Good evening. This is Akashvani. I am Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines. India's third moon mission Chandrayaan-3 launched successfully from Sathish Dhawan Space Centre, Sriharikota. Prime Minister Narendra Modi attends Bastille Day Parade in Paris along with French President Emmanuel Macron. Supreme Court issues notice to Maharashtra Assembly Speaker on petitions seeking disqualification of Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and other MLAs. Several parts of North India and some areas of national capital affected by floods. Sensex and NIFTY reach new all-time high. Sensex breaches 66,000 mark and NIFTY 19,500. And in Wimbledon Tennis, Novak Djokovic reaches men's singles finals. India's Chandrayaan-3 made a successful liftoff from the Sathish Dhawan Space Centre in Sriharikota today. The spacecraft has been successfully injected into orbit that it will follow to the moon. A successful soft landing on the moon would make India the fourth country to achieve this feat after the United States, the erstwhile Soviet Union and China. The Chandrayaan-3 is expected to soft land on the South Pole region of the moon on August 23rd or 24th. The Chandrayaan-3 spacecraft has three modules: the lander module, a propulsion module and a rover module. The propulsion module will take the spacecraft up till a 100-kilometer lunar orbit. It will also be carrying a payload that will take spectral and polarimetric measurements of the Earth from the lunar orbit. More from our correspondent.
India's mission to the moon was witnessed by a variety of spectators at the Sathish Dhawan Space Centre. It was a momentous occasion for hundreds of school students and people of all ages who had gathered at the venue outside the ISRO campus to see the historical achievement. The mission is not complete for another 30 days till the rover lands on the moon. With yet another landmark achievement, India has strengthened its position as a global player in the space industry. Joy, Akashvani, reporting from Sriharikota.
ISRO Chairman S. Somnath has said from the Mission Control Center the rocket had injected Chandrayaan-3 into a precise orbit. Later, addressing reporters, he said infusion of Chandrayaan-3 into the lunar orbit was planned from the 1st of August onwards.
Chandrayaan-3 has started its journey towards moon. Our dear LVM-3 has already put Chandrayaan-3 craft into the precise orbit around Earth. 170 by 36,500 km was its intended target orbit, and it is precisely there now. Let us wish all the best for the Chandrayaan-3 craft to make its further orbit racing maneuvers and travel towards moon in the coming days.
Project Director P. Veeramuthuvel said all the spacecraft health parameters, including power generation in propulsion module and lander module, were normal.
I am very happy to report that the LVM-3 M4 vehicle has injected the Chandrayaan-3 satellite to the precise orbit, and once again the vehicle is proved to be the most reliable heavy lift vehicle of Indian Space Research Organization. Congratulations to the teamwork of ISRO family.
President Draupadi Murmu said the successful launch of Chandrayaan-3 marks another significant milestone in India's space exploration. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar said this extraordinary feat highlights the advancement the country has made in space science and research. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that Chandrayaan-3 scripts a new chapter in India's space odyssey. Union Minister of State for Science and Technology, Jitendra Singh, described today's event as a moment of glory for India and moment of destiny for all those in Sriharikota. In an exclusive interview to Akashvani News, Director of Indian Institute of Astrophysics, Dr. Annapurni Subramanian said the objective of Chandrayaan-3 is to overcome the requirement of landing and putting a rover on the moon, which are the prerequisites for further exploration of the moon.
In this particular mission, the science experiments which were supposed to be carried out in Chandrayaan-2 is repeated. So we have this making use of the orbiter. The lander will land on the moon and set the rover rolling on the surface of the moon to carry out the scientific experiments which are there on the lander as well as on the rover.
You can listen to this interview in our program Spotlight just after this bulletin on the FM Gold channel and additional frequencies. Prime Minister Narendra Modi along with French President Emmanuel Macron today witnessed the Bastille Day Parade in Paris. Mr. Modi attended the parade as the guest of honour. The Prime Minister met French President Emmanuel Macron at Élysée Palace in Paris. Addressing a press meet with Mr. Macron, Mr. Modi said India and France are celebrating the 25th anniversary of the strategic partnership. Mr. Modi said it is setting bold and ambitious goals. He said India and France are identifying new initiatives to increase cooperation in areas like renewable energy, green hydrogen, artificial intelligence, semiconductors, cyber and digital technology. The Prime Minister will interact with CEOs of Indian and French companies and prominent French personalities. The French President will also host the state banquet at the iconic Louvre Museum tonight. Prime Minister Modi reached Paris yesterday on an official visit to France. On the second leg of his two-nation visit, the Prime Minister will reach Abu Dhabi in the UAE tomorrow. During his stay, he will engage in extensive discussions with the President of the UAE, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, to explore opportunities for collaboration in crucial sectors such as energy, food security and defence. President Draupadi Murmu has asked legislators to exercise utmost restraint during the proceedings of the House. Delivering a special address in the Rajasthan Legislative Assembly in Jaipur today, the President said, in the era of modern technology now, the public can watch every incident that happens in the House, so maintaining the sanctity in the House is very important in the present context.
ये युग मॉडर्न टेक्नोलॉजी से चलता है। एक युग था जो जनप्रतिनिधि विधानसभा में क्या बोलते हैं, कभी कभी अपने पेपरों में वो देखते हैं, कभी कभी पेपर भी उनके तक पहुंचता नहीं था, लेकिन आज घर घर तक यहाँ क्या चल रहा है, मेरे जनप्रतिनिधि जनता के लिए क्या करते हैं और देखते हैं, समझते हैं। इसीलिए मैं सभी जनप्रतिनिधियों को गुजारिश करना चाहती हूँ, चाल चलन के साथ साथ आचार विचार को जनता की दिशा में, जनता के द्वारा क्यों हम आए हैं, इसलिए जनता के लिए सोचना चाहिए.
In Maharashtra, the state government today announced the portfolio allocation of newly inducted ministers. A report.
Newly appointed Deputy Chief Minister and NCP leader Ajit Pawar has been allocated the much-coveted Finance Ministry, while Dilip Valse Patil has been named as the new Cooperation Minister. Henceforth, Dhananjay Munde will be in charge of the state's Agriculture Ministry, while Aditi Tatkare will helm the Women and Child Development Ministry. Veteran Chavan Bhujbal will handle Food and Civil Supplies, while Dharamrao Atram will preside over Food and Drug Administration Department. Maharashtra's Medical Education Department will now be headed by Hassan Mushrif, while Sanjay Bansode will lead Sports and Youth Welfare, and Anil Patil will head the Relief and Rehabilitation Department. Nisha Rani, Akashvani News, Mumbai.
The Supreme Court today issued notice to Maharashtra Assembly Speaker Rahul Narvekar on a plea by the Uddhav Thackeray-led Shiv Sena accusing him of choosing to deliberately delay the decision on petitions seeking the disqualification of Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and other MLAs who had tied up with the BJP to form a new government in June 2022. A bench led by Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud and comprising Justices P.S. Narasimha and Manoj Mishra issued a notice and sought a response to the plea from the Maharashtra Assembly's office in 2 weeks. Earlier this month, Shiv Sena UBT approached the top court seeking a direction to the Assembly Speaker to hear the disqualification petitions expeditiously. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Several parts of North India and some areas of the national capital have been affected by floods. In New Delhi, the water level of Yamuna River has started receding from today after reaching a record high of 208.66 meters. However, the river is still flowing above the danger mark of 205.33 meters, and the water level was recorded at 208.14 meters this evening, and it is expected to reduce further. Flood-like situation and waterlogging also continued in few parts of the national capital, including Kashmiri Gate, ISBT, Yamuna Bazar, Rajghat, ITO, Majnu Katila, Civil Lines, Geeta Colony and Mayur Vihar. NDRF teams are continuing rescue operations in these areas. The entry of heavy vehicles into Delhi has already been temporarily banned from all borders of the state. Only those heavy vehicles carrying essential supplies have been allowed. Out of the 3 water treatment plants, namely Okhla, Wazirabad and Chandrawal, which were shut down yesterday due to the entry of flood waters, Okhla water treatment plant has now resumed operations. In Uttarakhand, most parts of the state have got respite from the incessant rains for the last 3 days. The state has earlier been witnessing incessant rains for the last few days, which led to landslides, roadblocks, waterlogging and traffic disruptions and affected the normal life in hills and plain. Efforts to restore roads damaged by landslides continued on a war footing as the weather remained clear in the plains and hilly areas of the state. In Sikkim's Mangan district, the Mangan-Chungthang road stretch on National Highway 10, which was blocked due to multiple landslides triggered by rain, has been partially opened to traffic at Lante Khola, Wang Khola and Supply Khola. However, the landslide spot at Rafong Khola is still blocked and restoration work is underway. Light vehicles have started plying from this evening via Ringtang, while Mangan-Sangkalang Road has also been opened to traffic. The Indian Meteorological Department, IMD, has said that significant rainfall was recorded in various parts of the country, including Bihar, Assam and Meghalaya, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, East Rajasthan, West Madhya Pradesh, Central Maharashtra, Coastal Karnataka and Goa. The Met Department has forecast heavy to very heavy rainfall over Uttarakhand and heavy rainfall over Himachal Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh during the next 5 days. It said heavy to very heavy rainfall activity is expected to continue over Bihar, Sikkim, Assam and Meghalaya today. The IMD has also forecast an increase in rainfall activity over East Madhya Pradesh, Vidarbha, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Konkan and Goa from Monday. Key domestic indices today closed at new all-time highs amid positive cues from global share markets. The Sensex at the Bombay Stock Exchange breached the 66,000 mark for the first time ever, while the Nifty at the National Stock Exchange crossed a lifetime high of 19,500 level. A report from the business desk.
The Sensex surged 502 points to end at 66,061. The Nifty also jumped 151 points to finish at 19,565. In the forex market, the rupee closed at 82 rupees and 17 paise against the US dollar. Gold was trading around 59,275 rupees per 10 grams. Silver was also trading near 75,715 rupees per kilogram, and in intraday trade, Brent crude was trading at $81.15 per barrel. Rajesh Lake for Akashvani News.
In Wimbledon Tennis, Serbian second seed Novak Djokovic has entered the men's singles final. He defeated Italian 8th seed Jannik Sinner in the semi-finals in straight sets 6-3, 6-4, 7-6. Spanish top seed Carlos Alcaraz will play in the second semi-final clash with Russian third seed Daniil Medvedev. In women's singles, 6th seed Ons Jabeur has set up title clash with unseeded Marketa Vondrousova from the Czech Republic. The final will be played tomorrow. In cricket, riding on centuries by Yashasvi Jaiswal and Rohit Sharma, India have taken a lead of over 200 runs against the West Indies on day 3 of the first test at Dominica. Jaiswal was out today for 171, resuming at the overnight score of 312 for 2. India were 371 for 4 a short while ago. The hosts made 150 runs in their first innings. Services Sports Control Board SSCB boxers dominated the 5th Junior Boys National Boxing Championships by claiming 8 of the 13 gold medals on offer, even as hosts Arunachal Pradesh ended up with the best ever finish of 1 gold, 3 silver and 2 bronze medals today. And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. India's third moon mission Chandrayaan-3 launched successfully from Sathish Dhawan Space Centre, Sriharikota. Prime Minister Narendra Modi attends Bastille Day Parade in Paris, along with French President Emmanuel Macron. Supreme Court issues notice to Maharashtra Assembly Speaker on petitions seeking disqualification of Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and other MLAs. Several parts of North India and some areas of national capital affected by floods. Sensex and NIFTY reach new all-time highs. Sensex reaches 66,000 mark and NIFTY 19,500. And in Wimbledon Tennis, Novak Djokovic reaches men's singles finals. That is all in the news at 9. Good night.